Hello everybody, we are back with the next new series of my channel. Yeah, we finally finished, what? 2 games in 1 week? I'm still surprised I managed to do that. But we're back on my PS3. It's been a long time since I've been on my PS3. And we're going to be doing the first of the Prince of Persia trilogy. Oh man, I've played a lot of Prince of Persia throughout the years. I think the one I played the most was Two Thrones, which is the third one, I'm pretty sure. Oh god, I really hope this thing didn't crash out on me. Okay, there we go. I was so scared. I've had this PS3 for like well over a decade. And like I said, I hadn't used it in a minute, so I was sure it was working. But yeah, part of the reason why I'm doing this now is because I was always going to do Prince of Persia for the channel. But the 20th anniversary for this was like back in 2003. Not 2003. That was the year it came out. 2023. And I didn't want to have to wait to do this game, so we're going to do it now. Also, I need something to replace Wednesdays with, and this is what I chose. Because all the other stuff I have planned is not until like the fall. But the other reason I'm doing this is because I am still upset that Ubisoft canceled that Sands of Time remake that we were supposed to get. First of all, we were supposed to get that game. They announced it. We don't even have a trailer for it. We just get an announcement. Then, when the game was supposed to come out, they were like, oh, hey, we're sorry. We're just going to give you this Metroidvania side-scroller. Which is fun. Don't get me wrong. I love that game. But it is not the Sands of Time remake that we were told we were going to get. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, there's no way this music is copyrighted. It's not like it's all instrumental anyway. Prince of Persia, the Sands of Time. Now, I'm sure many of you in the gaming space know that this is not the first Prince of Persia game ever made. There used to be side-scrolling adventure games. Back in, what, the 90s? I think there was like 2 or 3 of them, and then when the PS2 era came around, they were like, let's remake these, but in 3D. Because every series was going 3D at that time. I don't think I really need to change these. Alright. Should be good. Wait, what were the extra features? I'm curious now. Oh, just the making of and credits? Okay. Now, for anybody who's played the different versions of Prince of Persia, let me know, because the only versions I ever played were the Wii version. I think I had Forgotten Sands, and I had Two Thrones on Wii. That was the first time I played Prince of Persia. And then later on, I got these games on the PS3, and I've been playing them through here ever since. By the way, it's not just a trilogy I have.
You may wonder who I am and why I say this. Sit down, and I will tell you a tale like none that you have ever heard. Know first, I am the son of Shahram, a mighty king of Persia. On our way to Azad with a small company of men, we passed through India, where the promise of honor and glory tempted my father into a grievous error.
No, my son.
Yeah, I forgot. No subtitles. I gotta be quiet during the cutscenes.
Your Majesty, I trust you will remember your promise. The Maharaja's treasure vaults lie within. See how he fights. Like a warrior son.
Yeah, he is so lucky those rocks did not kill him. But yeah, as per usual, the prince never gets a name. He's either referred to as the son of Saruman or just the prince.
Regret as I gazed upon the destruction we had wrought, or at least humility at the speed with which a world can be transformed from a good world into a hell? If you think so, you are mistaken. For in that moment I thought of one thing only. The honor and glory I would bring my father by fighting like a warrior in my first battle.
Whoa, what was that? You kind of like jittered a little bit. Okay, I just want to check something. Can I,
Shall I go on? Shall I go on?
Okay, you
Shall
can't.
I go on?
Okay, you can turn it up a little bit. Let me just
Shall
turn
I
up
go on?
the voices just a little bit. That's it. Alright.
Then I'll continue.
But yeah, one of the coolest parts about the Prince of Persia games, at least the first three, is that the prince is constantly narrating everything that's happening. And the whole game is framed as if he's telling a story to you. So if you pause the game, he will ask you like, oh, I'll take a break here. As if in actuality, he's telling you a story and you decide to pick it up later. And then when you resume the game after pausing it, he'll say, I'll continue where I left off. Every one of these games does it, and it's actually a really cool feature. Alright. This is another cool idea that I think this game is the first one to do it with. Landscape camera. You can zoom in and out. Really cool idea, because remember, this is a game all about traversal. And platforming and parkour. What the heck? Oh my god, the camera picked a weird time to change angles. Yes, I've never had this problem before. Probably because yeah, that's why. I'm doing the gamer thing in me while I'm waiting until the second I hit the edge to actually do the jump. But the game changes the camera angle before then, so it just looks awkward. Oh man. Oh my god, the game is like jittering kind of a bit. I'm wondering if that's my PS3 or if this is my game. But yeah, as I was saying before, landscape camera is actually extremely useful because there are going to be plenty of parts in this game when where you're gonna have to examine the environment to figure out where you're gonna go. Uh-oh. I'm trying to remember my parry. There it is. Yeah, he's dead. When you're in combat stance, you gotta hold R1 and then press the square button. Pressing it normally will just do a little scab if they don't block it. But if you time it right, you'll actually perform a parry. Come on. No, I'm doing it on. There we go. I gotta familiarize myself. It's been a minute since I played this, so I gotta remember all my moves.
Many men that day sought to win honor and glory on the battlefield, that their king might say to them, as Khosrow said to Rustam, "You are the noblest of my warriors." From the moment my sword tasted blood, I knew this would not be my way. I would win my father's praise, not by killing, but by being the first to find the Maharaja's treasure vault and the wonders within.
Alright, so if you see any water in this game, it's drinkable. And you'll be able to get health back. Like you saw, he was waiting in that little pool. You can drink from there. You can drink from fountains. A little oasis is, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I'm probably gonna have to be quiet a lot during this Let's Play because the prince is gonna be constantly narrating. It's a little bit like Arkham where when I aim the prince at a certain enemy, he will like leap towards that enemy. I'm being a little more careful just because there's like a couple of them around here. Can't forget about the overhead smash. Swing! That's one of my favorite moves. Gotcha! Okay, I'm remembering. Yeah, that animation looks a little weird right now because, We're not exactly fully equipped yet. There's a reason why they call this game Sands of Time. But as I was trying to say with the landscape camera way earlier, there's going to be a lot of sections in this game where you have to look around the environment to figure out how to interact with it and get to where you need to go. The landscape camera is perfect for giving you a look at the area around you and figure out what can I do to interact with it. Also, you guys know how much I love platformers. I love how seamlessly all of the Prince's traversal moves really are. Especially in the sequels when you can combine all of his acrobatic moves into, like, combat. I'm pretty sure they do it in this game too, but, you know, it's not nearly as refined, obviously. Can't let myself get surrounded. Ow. Also, be careful when you're going for particular enemies, because the prince is not invincible during some of these attacks. Yeah, he doesn't have any invincibility frames when he's moving from enemy to enemy, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, the other thing I want to tell you guys, that little move you saw me do, where I jump over their heads, do a spin attack, and then, like, do a double sword hit. Be careful when you're doing that around ledges. I've had so many games, because you saw it happen nearly just a few seconds ago. You saw it nearly happen. I've had so many games where I'll do that move, and remember, the prince is using the enemy's actual body as a springboard. So I'll do that move, and the prince will jump so high, he will go over the enemy, and then over the ledge, and then fall to his death. So yeah, try not to do that move around ledges. Yeah, it's already telling me something I already know. But hey, it's good of them to tell me now. I can't lie, this move is pretty broken for the most part, but we will run into enemies that are designed to avoid us. You have to use other strategies. Alright, here's one of the fountains. Nope, not that way. Let's look at the landscape camera. Alright, so now I can just use this. It's a good thing I can see it when that cape is not blocking the way. Whew.
Shall I continue my story from here the next time we're interrupted?
Yes. I probably have an old save file on here. There's no way I don't. Come on, where is it? Yeah. Oh, wow. I had 2 old save files. Let's just do this one.
I'll start the story from here next time.
I did beat the game before. I'm pretty sure that that 98% is just because I didn't sit through the credits. But I have beaten this. And then jump at the end. What I also like is that how much precision is involved in this game. It's not super precise, but
And there it lay.
I like how
just
realistic all the acrobatics are.
Dagger of time. There was a treasure I could carry with pride as a trophy of our victory. If I could only get there.
Yeah, I don't know why it's cutting like that. That's going to be interesting when I look back at the footage. The other cool thing is that once the game tells you like all the essential moves, it's not gonna leave you behind, but the game's like, hey, you have the moveset, now you just gotta figure out how to get from one place to another. There is a obvious path you have to take, but are you smart enough to figure that out? I kind of like having to figure that kind of thing out. Like, this whole game is kind of like a platforming puzzle in a way. Right. Gotta be careful when dropping down ledges, because you will take fall damage in this game. As I said, this game really plays up the realism. You are basically a dude. Okay. Alright. I just need a good idea of what was around that corner. Thank you, landscape camera. Also, when you're playing these games, keep an eye out for ledges like this. The prince can ledge grab everything, pretty much. Whoa, what happened there? I think I let go of R1 too early or something, because that shouldn't have happened. There is a neat little thing about the... Like I said, this game is really realistic. If you try to run up a wall while the prince is standing in water, he will not be able to run up that wall because of the water on his shoes. That's an excellent attention to detail that I'm pretty sure gets carried over and almost... Well, in the trilogy, it's something that constantly happened. There we go. Ooh. I want to say that you can't just walk off a ledge in this game. I have to check that. I'm scared to because I don't want to die, but I'm pretty sure when you walk up to a ledge, the prince will like automatically drop down and grab the ledge. He won't just walk off. I could be wrong. That could be something that only happens in the sequels. That was nice. Actually, let me check the timer real quick. I haven't looked at it in a minute. Alright, we're making excellent timing.
Now, where was I?
You see? And he doesn't say the same phrase every single time. Yes, I forgot about that. When you're running up a wall, and when the prince runs out of traction, he'll do this like cool little backflip. And if a ledge right behind you while you're doing it, he'll grab the ledge. Made it.
Sand.
Congratulations. We now have the sand dagger. The dagger of time.
I had what I came for. It was time to get out. Now.
And this is why we have it. Lesson to you all. Make sure you are centered when you're doing your jumps, because sometimes the prince will jump at an angle. But yeah, this is why the dagger was invented for this game. They knew that when they made these games 3D, they were gonna, you know, players were gonna have trouble with some of the platforming. So they built in, you know, time travel as a mechanic. If you make a mistake, like you saw earlier, I can slow down time. Not slow it down, I can rewind time and make up for whatever mistake I have. But there is a limit. I can only go back in time so many seconds, and I only have so many sand tanks to use. So both of those things I have to keep constant track of. And it's not for just reversing time too. You have other time powers you can use. Most of them are centered towards combat. But you know, it's a risk versus reward kind of thing. Do you want to use some of your sand tanks for combat, or do you want to save them for just rewinding time when you're about to die? Mind you, you can rewind time whenever you want.
You promised me my choice,
Including combat.
that dagger.
Surely you won't deny the lad a souvenir of his first battle. You may have your choice of all the Maharaja's other treasures. Except that hourglass. That would make a fine gift for the Sultan.
Literally the two things he wants.
City. And some exotic animals for his menagerie. dozen slave girls. Yes, that should be enough. I want no animals or maidens harmed until I have chosen. Let it be known, King Sharaman is merciful in victory.
Man, that was unfortunate.
Trust not a man who has betrayed his master, nor take him into your own service, lest he betray you too. I learned the truth of this to my sorrow, the day that we arrived in Azad as the Sultan's honored guests.
My
Friend, your visit brings joy and honor to my poor and humble dwelling. If only you'd given me time to prepare a proper welcome.
The glories of Azad are famed throughout the world. And yet, the best is yet to come. I give you the Sands of Time.
Dun dun dun. Title drop.
May the friendship between our kingdoms endure as long as time itself.
The sand, why does it glow? I can tell you. Inside the hourglass is a marvel that no living man has seen. Alas, only the dagger can unlock the sands of time, and it belongs to a greater one than I. A young prince, dearer to his father than all the wealth of India. Perhaps he will oblige.
No. No! Stop!
Is it meant to do this? Alicia Sigataha!
Give me the dagger.
No.
You have unleashed the sands of time. I can undo what you have done. Give it to me.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't. It was your suggestion that led us to this in the first place. And now we got sand demons. By the way, we've been listening to the Prince's voice for a little bit now, and I forgot. Now that we have the dagger, we can dual wield.
Prince, use the dagger. Sand.
Each time I struck them down, they rose to fight again. I soon realized that only by taking into my own dagger the sands that possess them, I liberate them from their monstrous living dead.
Now, finish him.
Got you. Yeah, this is the combat loop. Since we now have sand enemies, I have to knock them down, then stab them with the blade to finish them off. But you know, there we go. Other enemies can get in the way. Nope. Keep accidentally pressing the time travel button. I gotta remember R1 is my block. L1 is basically the oh, I fucked up button. There we go. Alright, I remember. Here comes more. Stabbing them with the blade as they're standing up will do nothing but stagger them slightly. You have to rely on your square attacks to knock them down. and then triangle to finish them off once they're knocked down. But yeah, as I was going to say, we've heard the prince talking for a minute. I'm sure you guys have recognized his voice by now, but it's Yuri Lowenthal. Yeah, he does the prince in the original trilogy. And I want to say he came back for Forgotten Sand. I honestly can't remember for sure. Now, I could have rewound time all the way back when I first started taking damage and start the fight over again.
Prince, the dagger. It can turn back time.
There we go. There we go. You can really hear Yuri's voice. It's just him doing his Peter Parker voice, but with a slight accent. And we made it to our first official save point. If I ever see glowing halos like this, they're save points. And they also give me little flash forwards of what we're going to experience later in the game. So now we have a good idea of what we're going to be doing next, as well as what move we're going to be learning, which is pole swinging.
Done. I'll start the story from here next time.
There is so much to talk about this game, little details that I just love, that we will get more
You
into
mad?
next
I
week.
can see it by the look in your eyes. You think my story is impossible. Perhaps I am mad. Who would not be driven mad by horrors such as I have lived? But I assure you, every word is true.
Yeah, I just wanted to let him finish his little monologue. But that's going to be it for me, guys. I hope you guys are interested in letting me continue this series. I do have other things
I go
planned, obviously, but I wanted something that will not take me nearly as long to play as some of the other stuff I've played, because you saw my first playthrough. You saw my playtime on my first save file. It only takes me less than 7 hours to beat this game. So it's really not going to take me that many parts. But again, I appreciate all the love and support, everybody. I hope you're all taking care of yourselves. Happy May the 4th. Belayed May the 4th. I wish I would have remembered when I recorded that Batman video. But that's going to be it from me, guys. I'll see you all later. Peace.